Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here it's third down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The man in motion right. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. And it's complete to Ladarius Green. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ladarius Green, 45 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Boswell on now to kick this one away. To return it is Corey Grant. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On first down, Bortles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And he is knocked down from the side, right around the 26.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Throwing is Bortles. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step. And that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it with Bell. Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 38 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. Returnable here from the 38. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now a first down carry by Bell. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling, right? The right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well, because so many things coming at you. You got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Again, it's Fournette. Only able to get it to his own 20 after breaking through the contact. He'll get 4 yards of the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And it's a big play there on 3rd down, but with the marker on the field, I don't think it's going to hold. Let's see. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Shotgun now for Bortles. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On second down, it's Bell. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Yeah, baby! Yeah! Easy. Check 6 guard. Left. Left. Two.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Easy.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A Steeler first down, Roethlisberger to Bryant. They go play action here on first down. Going for it all. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't. Down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
And Green with a catch left side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They'll go again with Bell. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Man open left side is Brown. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he loses the football a second time. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That good for 19 and a first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And it is now 21-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And a short gain here down to the 22. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
On 3rd down, Yeldon. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. To throw, it's Bortles. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2, now third down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now T.J. Yeldon, just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Taken in at the 11. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Again, it's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The Steelers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is third down and 12. Roethlisberger. And he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And his pass incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. From the gun on third down, Bortles. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Brad Nordman now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Now Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bryant. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. The give is to Bell. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. After the penalty, it's Bell. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Let's go.
First down, and they'll try to run the option. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Jaguars. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Man left. 180. Hey. 4 down.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Pistol, it's Bell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loaded in the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit.
And this is caught at the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Bortles now on first down. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to win.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Hayward. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Bortles. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Brad Nordman now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Now, fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bathema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo.
Now Bell hit. He lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, all these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Bortles. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he is out of bounds just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Here's Bortles to throw. That's complete right around the 8. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Shift together here from the D-line. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the 1st before he's brought down. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They come out with one back, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Blake Bortles taking it in, and the Jaguars get a score closer.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? First and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Fresh set of downs here. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Left. All right, now. Easy, Stu. That's the west. Quarter. The Jack 16. Jim. Easy. Let's go.
Here's a give to Bell running left. Bell a first down and then some. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Boswell on now to kick this one away. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Jaguars getting set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. Dumps it off to Fournette. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
He'll check this one off to Fournette. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it.
And this is caught by Lee. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee, 45 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. So they're going to go for 2. Again, they'll throw with Bortles. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has a slide and find open space.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Shotgun now for Bortles. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step one, the touchdown. You need a two-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow give the ball back.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden, with it. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 30. The 20. 10. 5. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.